Right now, as you're watching this video, there's a good chance you're doing something that's slowly enlarging your prostate. Most men over 60 have no idea that their everyday routines are quietly creating the very problems they're trying to avoid. I'm Dr. Eva Hart, and for 14 years I've been helping men understand why their prostate health deteriorates, and more importantly, how to stop it naturally. What I've discovered will probably surprise you. The burning sensation when you urinate, those middle-of-the-night bathroom trips, that feeling like you can never fully empty your bladder, these aren't just inevitable parts of aging. They're the result of specific daily habits that most men consider completely normal. This isn't your fault. Nobody teaches us how our everyday choices affect our prostate health. But I've seen hundreds of men reverse their symptoms once they understood what they were unknowingly doing wrong. We don't talk about these issues openly, and I understand why. It feels personal, even embarrassing. But your silence isn't protecting you, it's making things worse. The longer you ignore these problems, the more they interfere with your sleep, your confidence, and your freedom to go anywhere without worrying about bathroom locations. In this video, I'm revealing 8 daily habits that are silently enlarging your prostate and causing the symptoms you might already be experiencing. Some of these will shock you because they seem so innocent, even healthy. This is about more than just your prostate. It's about reclaiming your nights of uninterrupted sleep, your confidence when you're away from home, and your peace of mind knowing you're protecting yourself naturally. Stay with me until the end because I'll share a simple evening routine that can help support your prostate health, and it might change everything for you. But first, there's something happening in bathrooms everywhere that's making prostate problems worse by the day. Habit 1: Delaying urination. Let me tell you about something that's quietly happening to most men over 60 every single day. They're forcing their prostate to work harder than it should, without even realizing it. Every morning you wake up with that familiar urge, but instead of going to the bathroom immediately, you check your phone, make coffee, or finish some task. This seems harmless, but every time you delay urination when your body signals it's ready, you're training your prostate to squeeze harder and work overtime. Here's what happens inside your body. When you hold urine, the muscles around your prostate contract more forcefully to keep everything contained. Over time, this constant extra pressure causes prostate tissue to thicken and enlarge, like any muscle that's overworked. But when your prostate grows, it presses against your urethra like stepping on a garden hose. Your prostate wasn't designed to handle this constant pressure. Every time you delay urination, you're creating microtrauma that builds up over months and years. The tissue responds by growing thicker to handle the stress, but this thickness is exactly what creates the problems you're trying to avoid. The solution requires breaking a habit that feels completely natural. When your body signals it's time to urinate, listen immediately. Don't delay for convenience, don't finish your coffee first, and definitely don't scroll through your phone. Your prostate maintains its health through regular, relaxed emptying. Most men resist this change because it feels inconvenient. But think about the alternative: waking up multiple times every night, planning your entire day around bathroom locations, and constantly worrying about accidents. Which is really more inconvenient? When you start responding to your body's signals immediately, you'll notice changes within weeks. The urgency decreases because your prostate isn't constantly under pressure. The nighttime trips become less frequent because your prostate can function more efficiently during the day. This isn't about weakness or losing control. It's about working with your body instead of against it. Your prostate health depends on this cooperation. But here's something even more concerning that happens every time you sit down, and most men do it for hours every day without thinking twice. Habit 2: Prolonged sitting. I've noticed something troubling in my practice. Nearly every man with serious prostate problems spends most of his day putting direct pressure on his prostate without knowing it. The way most men sit is slowly damaging their prostate health. When you sit normally in any chair, couch, or car seat, you're placing your full body weight directly on the area where your prostate is located. Countless men tell me they sit for hours at their desk, in their favorite recliner, or driving long distances, not realizing they're compressing their prostate all day long. Here's the medical reality in simple terms. Your prostate sits right below your bladder, and normal sitting puts direct pressure on this area, reducing blood flow and creating inflammation. Think of wearing a tight watch. Leave it on too long and your wrist swells and becomes uncomfortable. Your prostate experiences this same chronic compression. This constant pressure doesn't just cause immediate discomfort. Reduced blood flow means your prostate doesn't get the oxygen and nutrients it needs to stay healthy. Tissue becomes more prone to inflammation, enlargement, and cellular changes that increase health risks. Instead, you need to change how you sit and break up long sitting periods. Taking a 2-minute standing break every 30 minutes dramatically improves blood flow to your prostate. When you do sit, shift your weight slightly forward so you're sitting more on your thighs than directly on your perineum. The improvements can be dramatic. Men who start taking regular movement breaks often notice less urgency and discomfort within 2 weeks. Your prostate needs circulation to stay healthy, just like every other part of your body. If you're reading this and it makes sense to you, type plus in the comments. It helps me know this information is useful. Your prostate depends on good blood flow to function properly. Every hour you spend sitting without movement is an hour your prostate isn't getting what it needs to stay healthy. But there's another habit that's even more damaging, and it involves something you probably think is healthy. Habit 3: improper fluid intake. Here's what most doctors won't tell you. Drinking water the recommended way can make your prostate problems significantly worse. Everyone knows you should drink plenty of water, but most men over 60 drink large amounts all at once, thinking they're being healthy. This approach actually overwhelms your prostate and creates the urgency and frequency problems you're trying to avoid. When you gulp down a large glass of water quickly, your kidneys process all that fluid rapidly, filling your bladder fast and putting sudden pressure on your prostate. It's like flooding a system that's already working overtime to maintain normal function. Common advice to drink 8 glasses of water daily isn't wrong, but the timing and amount matter more as you age. Your prostate can't handle sudden floods of fluid like it could when you were younger. Instead of drinking large amounts at once, sip smaller quantities, about 4 ounces, every 30 minutes throughout the day. This steady approach keeps you properly hydrated without overwhelming your prostate with sudden pressure. Timing becomes crucial too. Stop drinking fluids about 3 hours before bedtime to minimize nighttime bathroom trips. Your prostate doesn't need extra work when you're trying to sleep. Key is consistency rather than extremes. Small, regular sips serve your prostate much better than the feast or famine approach most men use. Your prostate responds better to steady, predictable fluid intake rather than sudden changes. This simple adjustment helps many men sleep better within weeks. When your prostate isn't constantly dealing with fluid overload, it can function more normally throughout the day and night. If you're reading this and it resonates with you, type plus in the comments. It's important for me to know that this information is helping you. Speaking of drinks that cause problems, there's something in your kitchen right now that's inflaming your prostate every single morning. Habit 4: caffeine and alcohol. Let me tell you about something happening in kitchens everywhere. Men over 60 start their day with a drink that directly inflames their prostate and makes urination problems worse throughout the entire day. That morning cup of coffee might be one of the biggest contributors to your prostate discomfort. Caffeine acts as both a diuretic and a bladder irritant, creating a double assault on your already sensitive prostate. Here's what happens in your body. Caffeine makes your kidneys produce more urine faster than normal, while simultaneously irritating your bladder lining. Your prostate, already working harder due to age-related changes, now must deal with increased urine production and tissue irritation at the same time. Within 30 to 60 minutes of drinking coffee, caffeine reaches your bladder and starts irritating the lining. This irritation makes the muscles around your prostate more reactive and sensitive. Combination of more urine and increased sensitivity creates that urgent, burning sensation that makes you dread using the bathroom. Coffee isn't just a morning problem, it affects you all day. The irritation can last for hours, making your prostate more sensitive to normal urine production throughout the day and night. Alcohol creates different but equally damaging effects. Dehydrates you, which concentrates your urine and makes it more irritating to prostate tissue. Alcohol also disrupts sleep patterns, affecting hormone balance and your body's natural repair processes. The solution isn't necessarily complete elimination, but strategic reduction and timing. If you must have coffee, limit it to 1 cup early in the morning and switch to herbal tea or water afterward. Green tea contains less caffeine and actually provides compounds that support prostate health. Many men resist these changes because coffee and alcohol feel essential to their daily routine and social life. But consider the trade-off. Is that extra cup of coffee worth waking up 3 times every night? Your prostate is already working harder because of age. Adding irritating substances makes its job much more difficult and creates symptoms that interfere with your sleep and daily comfort. The improvement can be noticeable within days of reducing caffeine and alcohol intake. Your prostate responds quickly when you remove sources of irritation and inflammation. But there's another daily habit that's even more destructive to prostate health. Habit 5: stress and poor sleep. I've noticed something alarming among my patients. Men with the worst prostate problems almost always have the highest stress levels and poorest sleep quality. Chronic stress isn't just bad for your heart. Silently enlarging your prostate through stress hormones like cortisol that directly trigger inflammation in prostate tissue. When you're constantly worried about health, finances, or family issues, your body maintains chronic inflammation that makes your prostate swell and become hypersensitive. Poor sleep makes this dramatically worse because sleep is when your body normally repairs tissue and reduces inflammation. When you don't get quality rest, stress hormones stay elevated, your immune system weakens, and your prostate suffers the consequences. Connection runs deeper than most men realize. When you're stressed, your entire pelvic area tenses up, putting additional pressure on an already sensitive prostate. This tension, combined with inflammation from stress hormones, creates a cycle where symptoms get progressively worse. Sleep problems and prostate problems feed each other. Stress disrupts sleep, poor sleep increases stress hormones, and elevated stress hormones inflame your prostate. Meanwhile, an inflamed prostate causes more nighttime urination, which disrupts sleep further, creating more stress. Breaking this cycle requires addressing both stress management and sleep quality simultaneously. Simple relaxation techniques before bed can significantly improve both issues. Deep breathing exercises, gentle stretching, and creating a consistent bedtime routine signal your body to relax and begin repair processes. For daytime stress management, regular walks, talking with supportive people, and accepting what you cannot control help prevent chronic stress from damaging your prostate. The goal isn't eliminating all stress, that's impossible, but preventing chronic stress from creating persistent inflammation. The improvements can be remarkable when you address both issues together. Better sleep reduces stress hormones, lower stress reduces prostate inflammation, and less inflammation improves sleep quality. If you're reading this and it resonates with you, type plus in the comments. It's important for me to know this information is helpful. But there's another habit that directly feeds prostate inflammation, and it involves something on your dinner plate every night. Habit 6: inflammatory diet. Here's what most doctors won't tell you. The standard American diet is quietly fueling prostate inflammation in ways that make every other problem worse. Most men think diet only affects weight or heart health. Truth is, the foods you eat daily either fight prostate inflammation or feed it. Red meat, processed foods, dairy products, and refined sugars all contribute to an internal environment where your prostate struggles to stay healthy. When you eat inflammatory foods, your body produces more hormones and compounds that cause prostate tissue to grow and become inflamed. It's like adding fuel to a fire that's already burning inside your body. Here's what happens medically. Foods high in saturated fats and low in antioxidants create inflammatory compounds in your bloodstream. Your prostate, already under stress from aging, can't handle this additional inflammatory burden. Tissue responds by swelling and becoming more sensitive. The solution isn't following a perfect diet. That's not realistic. Instead, make strategic food choices that support your prostate rather than inflame it. Fish instead of red meat twice weekly, more vegetables at every meal, and reducing processed foods can make significant differences. Foods like salmon, broccoli, tomatoes, and berries actively support prostate health by providing antioxidants and compounds that reduce inflammation. Meanwhile, processed meats, sugary snacks, and excessive dairy create more inflammatory burden. Think of food as either medicine or poison for your prostate. Every meal is an opportunity to either support prostate health or contribute to problems that affect your comfort and confidence. Your prostate responds to dietary changes within weeks. Men who shift toward more anti-inflammatory foods often notice reduced urgency and improved nighttime sleep relatively quickly. Key is gradual changes that you can maintain long-term rather than dramatic dietary overhauls that don't last. Small, consistent improvements in food choices create lasting benefits for prostate health. But there's one habit that determines whether you'll successfully protect your prostate or continue struggling with worsening symptoms. Habit 7. Ignoring the symptoms. Let me tell you about the most dangerous pattern I see: men dismissing early prostate warning signs as normal aging until problems become severe enough to disrupt their entire lives. Most men wait months or years to address prostate symptoms, hoping problems will resolve on their own. They rationalize occasional nighttime urination or changes in their stream as inevitable parts of getting older. This denial allows small issues to become major problems that are much harder to manage. Countless men tell me similar stories. It started with waking up once at night, so I didn't worry about it. Then it became twice nightly, then 3 times until they were barely sleeping. What could have been addressed early with lifestyle changes becomes a serious quality of life issue. Here's the medical reality. Early prostate enlargement creates mild symptoms that your body can temporarily compensate for. But ignoring these warnings while continuing harmful habits allows enlargement to progress until it significantly restricts normal function. Research clearly shows that men who address prostate symptoms early have much better long-term outcomes than those who wait. Early intervention with natural approaches can often prevent the need for medications or procedures later. Pay attention to these early warnings: waking up more than once nightly to urinate, taking longer to start urinating, feeling unable to empty your bladder completely, or experiencing a weaker stream. These aren't just inconveniences. They're your prostate communicating that something needs to change. The sooner you listen and make adjustments, the better your chances of maintaining good prostate health. The natural solution is taking any urination changes seriously and addressing them immediately with lifestyle modifications. Don't wait for symptoms to become severe before taking action. Your prostate problems don't improve on their own. They typically worsen over time if underlying causes aren't addressed. Early intervention is always easier and more effective than waiting until problems become severe. Your future comfort depends on the actions you take now. Habit 8. The combined effect. I've noticed something crucial that most men don't understand. These habits don't just damage your prostate individually. They work together to create a cascade of problems that make each issue worse than it would be alone. Think about how this works in real life. You drink too much coffee, which irritates your bladder. This disrupts your sleep, which increases stress hormones that inflame your prostate. Meanwhile, you're sitting all day because you're tired, which reduces blood flow to your prostate and makes inflammation worse. Breaking this cycle requires addressing multiple habits simultaneously, but not all at once. Start with the 2 easiest changes first: better hydration habits and regular movement breaks. These create enough improvement to motivate you to tackle the next changes. You don't have to change everything perfectly at once. Start with the habits that feel easiest to modify, and let your success with those changes motivate you to tackle the more challenging ones. Your prostate responds to the overall environment you create with your daily choices. When you improve that environment, your prostate can heal and function better than you might think possible. These 8 habits might seem overwhelming, but small improvements in each area create dramatic benefits for your prostate health and quality of life. When you stop delaying urination, take movement breaks, drink water strategically, reduce irritating substances, manage stress better, eat anti-inflammatory foods, address early symptoms, and understand how these habits work together, your prostate can function better than you've experienced in years. Start with 1 or 2 changes that feel manageable right now. Maybe taking hourly movement breaks, switching from coffee to green tea, or responding immediately when your body signals it's time to urinate. Build on these successes gradually. If you found this helpful, please subscribe so I can continue sharing natural approaches to men's health after 60. In the comments, tell me which habit surprised you most or share what you plan to change first. Your prostate health doesn't have to decline with age. With proper knowledge and consistent daily choices, you can maintain comfort, confidence, and peace of mind for years to come. Small changes, consistently applied, create life-changing improvements. Start today with whatever feels most manageable. Retry Claude can make mistakes. Please double-check responses.